Here's your full guide and all nerfs, buffs, and changes to the latest moon update inside of Roblox Dig. So starting off with how to actually get to the moon, this is going to be located in Copper Mesa at the observatory. You can climb up manually or go up the new elevator located just after the dinosaur spine abundance bridge. You're going to see a new helicopter with an NPC standing beside of it. You talk to him and he will give you a quest line that you have to complete. So you can see all the quests there on the left side of the screen, so it's pretty tedious if you don't already have some of this done. However, it's not too hard. It only took me about an hour to do on stream. The hardest part for me was the shiny items. Like, it literally took me over an hour to get these. I would recommend to make sure you get the shiny enchant for this. That way it will increase your luck significantly, and also use the shiny totem, which can be found inside of Cinder Shore's shop area. After you've completed the quest line, you go back to the NPC and turn it in. He will tell you you're allowed to go in the helicopter, which will take you to the launch site, and then you can just walk up to the rocket ship and instantly be teleported to the new moon planet. Once you're here, there's going to be 3 main areas split into 3 different sections. So starting off with the Lunar Dunes area, this is going to have a little base over here where you're able to find this sign, and it actually gives you the propulsion device just next to it, which is going to help you in this area to get to the later area we're going to go to. You can also buy the new moon rover vehicle over here. It's not the best stat wise, but it looks pretty cool. So the main area you're going to be spending your time in is the Celestial Highlands. To get into this, you do have to climb the mountain, so you can use like a gravity coil or the newly purchased propulsion device to jump up this area. I personally climbed the tower here and then just jump or glide across, and then you're in this moonshroom area. You'll see a bunch of NPCs around, but only one of them matter, which is the King Moonshroom here. You talk to him and then he will give you a quest which you can complete, and they start off pretty easy, and after you complete these quests and turn them in, he's going to be giving you a lunar token, which we'll go over later what it's used for. So essentially every time you complete one of these quests, you're going to get 1 lunar token, and you do get better rewards as you go because the quest will proceed to get harder the more that you complete. So these tokens are pretty important for this update. They're actually really important because moving on to the next thing, which is going to be crafting. You open up the crafting forge here and you can see there is 4 different tabs: shovels, charms, items, and tools. So the 4 shovels inside of this area, you can see nature shovel, fortune shovel, flowery shovel, and black hole shovel. So the black hole shovel being the hardest to get, you can see it requires different things like the divine moon monster. You need 3 of those, Martian dogs, and then you can see you need 40 of the astral tokens, and you also need 1 heart of the void, which is important to mention here because if you go to tools, you can see heart of the void also requires astral tokens and a bunch of other stuff. And this item can be used to spawn the new void worm boss, which, by the way, this boss does have a new shovel from killing it as well. It has a percentage chance to drop. Unfortunately, I don't have time to farm that many quests for this video because I need to get this video out for you guys, but I will have a different video tomorrow or in the future where I'm going to actually go through and test all of the new shovels to see which one's the best for money and stuff. But also in this area, like I said, there is a charm, which unfortunately I cannot see the stats of. And then also you can craft some of these items here, which the astral statue, you can only get it from crafting it, and that's used to craft the heart of the void. On the topic of shovels, I'm going to go ahead and go through all 3 new buyable shovels now. In the Celestial Highlands area, you're going to have the brand new supernova shovel. You can see all of the stats here on screen, and it's quite a hefty price, as you can see. Moving on to the Crescent shovel, this can be found inside of the Lunar Dunes area. So just down this little walkway, you can see it inside of this little anvil. And then moving on to the Twisted Forest area, the only thing in this area is this Symphony shovel, which is going to be the most expensive shovel of the update by far. And the stats are a little interesting on it. It has different abilities to give you boosts, which is going to boost different stats. So it's quite an interesting shovel. Like I said, I'm going to go more in depth into shovels in a dedicated video, so we're not going to go over too much of the shovels here. Also, there is some more craftable items that I don't have all available in the crafting machine. Like, if there is a new craftable boss damage totem, so it's going to be able to stack on top of the already existing monarch totem. However, I don't have it unlocked because you have to complete 5 combat guild quests, and I just don't have the time to do that right now. Next changes with the magnet crates. You're now able to open 24 at one time, and also on top of this, there is a new secret item inside of the magnet crates, but it's only available for this week. So it's going to be a limited item dedicated for the magnet crates, which is a little confusing. It is a secret item though, so I'm not going to be able to get it. Yeah, you can open up 24 of these now if you want to attempt to get that secret item. Moving on to the journal, you can see they added a new section for the moon. There are 3 different new locations, so I will have dedicated videos out once I complete these. That way you guys will know the best locations for all of these. And on the topic of journal, they made it so appraising your items will now update your journal. So for example, if you get like these shinies, it will now update your journal. There are quite a bit of nerfs and buffs, so I'm just going to throw a picture of that up on the screen because it's quite a bit. Some of the key ones to mention is they changed the rarity of the domino crown to prismatic. They nerfed the drill build that people were calling the exploit drill build because you could just spam click. They nerfed that a lot. They added sparkles to the golden modifier, so now that will look cooler. They remodeled the venomous shovel. It actually looks way cooler than it did before. They did add another vehicle on top of the moon lander, which is called the Revengeance. I actually can't afford it right now, but you can see the the top speed handling and all that stuff here. It is $2.2 million, so quite a hefty price. They also added quite a bit of quality of life things, like something that I've been personally asking for forever is this emote volume. That way people can't just spam emotes at me on my live streams. But here are all the other quality of life changes and everything if you are curious about those. Yeah, this was their first major update for Dig. It took them around 2 weeks to be able to create this. Make sure to leave your feedback in the comment section down below. I want to know what you guys think about this update. Was it worth waiting the 2 weeks? You think it was good? What could they have changed? What do you like the most? Stuff like that. If you guys are new around here, please make sure to drop a sub with notifications on so you don't miss any future content. Remember, I'm going to have new videos out on this update regarding the shovels, testing them, finding the new best place to dig for money, all that stuff. So make sure you subscribe. Also, join my Discord. It's the first link in the description down below. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.